Scuffed overlay time. I know you guys love this scuffed overlay. I was telling you so I was going to get it, like, fixed, but apparently I'm lying. It's still scuffed. That being said, the matchup will not be scuffed. Sorry, I think I said that right as I froze the screen for a second, didn't I? Diaz versus Rw9. There's a look at the ping. Neither of them be able to get the absolute best ping they're used to playing with. Diaz usually can get like 120-ish in EU. He's on 132. Rw9 is on 108. He can often get 80, 90 in EU. But we honestly looked through about 20 servers. Okay, maybe not that many. Maybe more like 7 or something. And then they both said, honestly, let's just play. Like that, we give up looking for new servers. Let's just play some Rocket League. And here we are, Diaz versus Rw9. Now, Rw9 starts off his RLCS 1v1 MENA main event tomorrow. Diaz starts off his RLCS 1v1 North America main event the day after. The reason for that is that the Middle East, well, at least Saudi Arabia weekend, I think it's just the Middle East weekend, is the Thursday. Oh my goodness, Diaz missed the double. That was just a wide open double. He was thinking so much about putting it down and on target that he hit it too far down. Yeah, like I was going to say, the Middle East weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as opposed to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they actually start their RLCS on Thursdays. It's no different for 1v1, where Rw9 is one of the favorites. I think everybody's top 2 favorites for the MENA 1v1 RLCS tournament, Diaz and Rw9. You've also got, no, sorry, not Diaz and Rw9, Naipo and Rw9. Diaz is the just out-and-out favorite for NA RLCS 1s. Partly because Daniel decided not to play, and I think even if Daniel did decide to play, Diaz would still be the favorite in my opinion because he's been so dominant in 1v1 for the past year or so in North America. Oh, what a shot! Diaz makes it 3-0 here with an air dribble from the ground near his own goal into a ceiling pinch. He saw Rw9's challenge coming at him, so he just accelerated the play and he's top bins it from a ceiling pinch around about the halfway line. Yeah, it's going to be best of 7 today. I don't know how Diaz does this. I never ceases to amaze me how well these players can play with high ping, but Diaz, not only on high ping, but also on a server he's not as familiar with. Rw9 always plays EU, and he's getting absolutely torched right now by Diaz in game 1. 4-0, Diaz air dribbles. Hard to defend at the best of times. Rw9 is going to need to make some adjustments. He's sticking to his standard defensive strategy for the time being. Those of you who are long-term Rw9 viewers will know that he likes to use his single jump aerial in defense. He doesn't fast aerial for a lot of his defensive challenges. Oh wow, how did Diaz get that boost? It looked like Rw9 was ahead of him. Rw9 does have an open-ish net. Actually, it's super open. He's going to take his time with it. And he does get his first goal of the game. Diaz prioritizing that boost steal just a little bit too much. No, neither of them are in Rally. They're both in their home countries. Well, actually, no, Diaz not in his home country. That would be Brazil. He is in his RLCS home country at the moment. His current RLCS home is North America. And although Diaz and Complexity did not make the Rally Major in 3v3, I think finishing 5th seed overall, they still have a chance to be represented. Oh, what a lob by Rw9. Wave dash lob. That's cheeky to go past Diaz for his second goal of the game. Yeah, Diaz and Complexity can still be represented in the 1v1. Who knows, maybe this is a preview of the Rally 1v1 final and the only match of Rally. Did I call North America a country? I mean, you know what I mean. It's close enough. What is it? It's like America's hat, aka Canada, and Mexico. Okay, Mexico's pretty unique, pretty different. What other countries qualify? Like all the Caribbean islands, I'm guessing? All of the Central American places where you can start a cruise ship company or evade taxes? Are they all North America as well? Oh, nice shot by Diaz. Rw9 will be back for it. Seems to have stabilized somewhat against Diaz's early explosiveness. Rw9 is known for this. He makes defensive adjustments. He doesn't always start off the series dominating defensively. But if there's one player who can make reads on his opponent to a higher and higher level as the series goes on, it will be Rw9. Diaz caught him out there, though. Seeing a lot of these early challenges coming, Diaz needs to be on his best behavior. Not sure he's ever played against a defender of Rw9's caliber. Definitely not a defender of Rw9's style. He's such a unique player in that regard. Late reset, Rw9 within 3 again. Some just consider it the Americas. I suppose, yeah, that makes it a little bit easier. Diaz is definitely the best 1v1 player in the Americas in general. North, South, Central, whatever you want to say it, whatever you want to call it. Diaz has been the guy to beat in the off-season before this season got started. During Salt Mine 4, he was undefeated. ATR Cups, he was dominant. And I think he even won the off-season Open in 1v1 as well. Was that in Samurai NA? I forget where he was at the time. Thank you, by the way, to Papa Bombay for the 5-month tier 1. Really appreciate that. Said I didn't even know I still paid for this. Lol, glad though. Hope your day's going well. My day is going well, thanks to that especially. But yeah, you should probably look into that. You might be paying for a bunch of Twitch subs that you don't actually want to pay for. I'm really bad for that. I like buy a subscription one time, forget about it. 6 months later, I will never financially recover. So yeah, do be careful. Check your Twitch subscriptions page. You might want to unsubscribe. To me, perhaps. Or someone else. Eros doesn't though. Thanks for the 44-month tier 1 from you. Almost 4 years of subbing. Rw9 started to come back here. That's a really nice reset. A little pre-flip shot at the end of it. Well, it looks like Diaz has bumped Rw9 onto the boost. It's going to make life extremely difficult for him. Rw9 trying to double tap the openish net, and he nails it this time. That's great awareness by Rw9. He knew Diaz would be boost starved, so not only does he pop the ball over his head, he doubles it over his head as well. He knew that a direct shot would be savable, even if Diaz only had about 10 to 12 boost. Double tap, though, much harder to read, much harder to get a stop on. 1 goal in it. Rw9 with the comeback. After going 4-0 down initially, baits the challenge in. It was a good challenge though by Diaz as he dispossesses Rw9 and now looks to double up his lead again. Boost steal, coming in on spawn, times it to perfection. Look how he's taking the ball away from the wall, making it harder for Rw9 to challenge this time, and it is just impossible to close the gap on this guy. Rw9 gives him a nice one because look where Diaz started air dribbling. He air dribbles back towards the center circle and then goes towards the goal. And he's not just doing that for style. You can see from Rw9's POV in the replay that it's really difficult to close the gap on Diaz there as he's going for resets. If he's next to the wall, much easier to get there. Diaz makes it a 3-goal game again. 9-6 as he just wall dashes the ball around into a dish, and that's a really good application of wall dash, very simple one. Some of you more advanced next rank users might already know about that. Oh, look at that inside of the post pass from Rw9 to himself. Yeah, this is something Jack brought up, and we recorded a video for that. We've got a wall dash tutorial in the course, and he showed that as one of the applications, is getting the ball middle to yourself quickly in 1v1, because when you're centering the ball in 1v1, you need to be able to also get around the outside of the ball. If you jump off the wall to center it, it can be hard to recover. One easy way to get the ball mid while also setting a follow-up in a good position is to just wall dash into the ball. Well, explosive might be an understatement for this first game. Diaz dominates 10-6. Look like Rw9 might be coming back in the mid game. Diaz is stabilized. He's trying to go for one more here, and he will get one. 11-6. Why not? And that will give Rw9 plenty to think about for game 2. Yeah, Diaz is indeed playing with 132 ping. It really is ridiculous. I feel like the scuffed overlay is kind of like a cozy feel. Like, I look at my OBS right now to update the overlay, and it's like, oh, throwback. The good old days, you know? The days before all of these high production overlays, which are great, of course. But yeah, I actually kind of like it, I'm not going to lie. I will get the overlay fixed. Today I planned to, but I just didn't have time. I got back and then pretty much went live within a couple minutes. Oh, one other thing I had to mention. This will just be for you guys watching live. If you are a Next Rank member, Jack and I are going to be recording a interview with Chicago RL, later on for the Next Rank YouTube channel. If you do want to ask him a question, head to the Next Rank Discord, and in the members section, you can drop a question there. Look for the message I've put in there, prompting you guys to do this. You can ask a question to Chicago about his career, or just about being good at Rocket League in general, how to get good. If you missed our video we did with LBP, I'd highly recommend you check it out, all about the mental aspect of Rocket League. I think you guys will love it. Very applicable to your own games. No matter what level you're at, no matter how competitive you're looking to be, there's something in there for you. So you get deja vu. I said I'd fix it last year. I probably did. I probably did say I'd fix the overlay last year. Alright, let's see. Will there be any key defensive adjustments by Rw9? Main thing that you're looking out for, not just from Rw9 but from everyone in 1v1 when it comes to defensive adjustments, is timing. And that can mean a whole lot of things. Timing can mean faking a challenge versus just going straight away. It can mean delaying your approach slightly to make it look like you're faking and then just continuing to drive as normal. That's the main thing you're going to be able to spot in pretty much any level, but especially at the highest level. Try and notice patterns. It's a great turn by Diaz. Look how fast he's able to get around the ball. Put pressure on Rw9 again. It's an underrated aspect about Diaz's game. Yes, he's very good at controlling the ball once he gets a hold of it. He's very good at making it difficult for his opponent to cross that no man's land and actually put a challenge in. But he's very good at fighting, tussling for possession in awkward positions. A little bit of ball cam dribbling there by Diaz as he keeps Rw9 firmly locked in his sights once again. Rw9 maybe trying to dribble this back. Diaz actually demo threat chased Rw9 off the ball there briefly. Top left flick will do. And Rw9 gets punished for a bit of a careless possession play. Tried to dribble the ball back into his half. Got completely caught out of position. TM, thanks for the prime. Really appreciate that. Rw9 looks like he's going to make it 3-2 here. Low boost back and forth does eventually end up in Diaz managing his boost slightly too slowly. At what time will we record the video with Chicago? We're going to start in about 41 minutes from now, so you don't have a lot of time if you want to drop a question. You got to do it right now. That's why I said this is more for the live viewers. If you're watching on video, then you will be too late to ask your own question, but maybe somebody got you covered in the Next Rank Discord. Little heads up for all of you, well, enjoyers of that longer form style of content. We are going to be doing a chalkcast either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure which. I think we're waiting on Garrett to confirm. But not only that, we're going to be looking to make either Wednesday night or Thursday night a regular thing. So yeah, keep an eye on Chalked announcements. Chalk Twitter is usually the best place to catch that as well. We should have a regular day that we can do a live podcast at coming up pretty soon. Diaz reset off the crossbar. Rw9 around him as he absolutely slotted that. Yes, he has. He nails the placement and makes it 4-3. Ding ding alert. Wait, what did I miss? Ping? What have I missed? Oh, is it just like the crossbar ping, or have I missed something here? I think you guys are... You're too zoomer for me. I don't understand. Don't understand what you're on about. Crossbar ping. Got it. So, demo on the back wall will make it a 2-goal game in favor of the Saudi Arabian player. We need to, like, oh, it's a fear chat thing. I don't watch enough Rocket League. I need to watch more Rocket League content. Actually, maybe I don't. Maybe I watch plenty of Rocket League content as it is. Maybe I should just leave it as it currently stands. I don't watch a lot of Rocket League content on Twitch or YouTube, to be honest, these days. Just RLCS, which is quite a lot to follow. The weeks that you're not working the show on. Oh, wow. Oh, Diaz makes it a 1-goal game by missing a flick. He didn't get anywhere near as much power on this as he hoped for, or he planned. But Rw9 expected so much that he couldn't recover from his top corner trajectory that he launched himself on. Minute and 11 to go. Diaz within 1. A strong kickoff by Rw9. He's going to be able to follow this one up quickly. Diaz tries to match him for speed. Rw9 bails out of it. Both players have to be careful for the bump in this position. Rw9 this time does avoid it on his way back to his half with the ball. Diaz so good mistakes work in his favor. That is just a benefit of being such a top tier player. Diaz rattles his own crossbar. What a save. Fake challenge by Rw9. Gets Diaz to pull the trigger early on his counter attack. There's a heavy hit by Rw9 to keep Diaz at bay for now. Diaz does have control though. He's got boost. That mid is respawning. He picks it up and goes to the ceiling. Double tap. On target. And in. Diaz accelerates the play and catches Rw9 in the back corner. I mean, Rw9 has got to be thinking it's an air dribble. He's got to be thinking it's a slow play. Maybe a reset near ceiling height. Diaz too fast with the ceiling double tap. Really starting to put the pressure on Rw9 now. Diaz steps over the ball, takes it the other way. Wall shot is long, on target, and too fast for Rw9 to catch up. Top tier positional play by Diaz. He didn't even need the boost. He completely slams the long shot. With 17 seconds to go, he is speed running this series. Unbelievably impressive. Diaz trying for another long shot. This one more to keep Rw9 at bay. Tough position for Diaz though. Rw9 looking for the late equalizer. Diaz gets one stop, but Rw9 has a bounce to play with. There it is, up in the air it goes. Diaz, with so little boost, just bum rushes the ball and wins game 2 as a result. Rw9 was hoping it was a fake challenge. He was hoping Diaz would fake himself out in that play. Diaz does nothing of the sort and makes it 2-0. Yeah, Diaz, look at that ping, 132 ping. I don't know how he plays like this. It truly is ridiculous. It's best of 7, so Rw9 isn't in a reverse sweep position quite yet. Oh, I've just realized something. I think are alerts showing up on stream for you guys, or no? This isn't me trying to bait a sub. I'm just genuinely asking because they're enabled on OBS, but they might not be. I might not be logged in somewhere. No. Oh wait, there it is. Vacanis has donated $300 to the prize pool. You guys and me didn't see that because I wasn't logged in. $300 prize pool. Rw9 has even more to play for now. Diaz halfway there already. Shout out to Vacanis. Absolute legend. And I'm sure, well, at this rate, Diaz is going to be extremely happy about that because he is off to another flying start. Oh, never mind. He's drifting. Yeah, his car drifted. He got stuck drifting here. Yeah, Rw9 thought that might be a mind game. A little slow kickoff, kind of cheekily putting it in his net. He gives a goal back, Rw9, of course. Consummate professional and a great sportsman. Just gives Diaz the goal back. So it does go 2-1. That sometimes happens to me when I tab back into the game. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that bug where you tab out, tab back in, and power slide is just on. You're just sliding. You have to like press it and unpress it again to get it to stop. I swear that happens to me. I'm not coping. It does happen. Sorry to all my teammates. Here, Rw9 actually drops the dribble by mistake. It looked like he was trying to line up a flick there, but he dropped the dribble into a rolling ball in front of him. Still nearly made something out of it with a little pull away from the ball. That's a great save. Diaz looking for the air dribble bump. Rw9, maybe the hardest player in the world to air dribble bump though. So that if there's one shot you might not want to do too much today, it's that one. If you want a tutorial on how to dodge air dribble bumps, take a look at Rw9. standard procedure, of course, like always, is to single jump and then use your dodge to get around the bump and into the ball. AGX Jet 1, thanks for the 23-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. If you are just tuning in, this is a best of 7 between Rw9, Diaz. They're both on EU server playing with high ping. Relatively even overall. Diaz slight disadvantage when it comes to ping, although both are playing with slightly worse connections than they're used to. And it's a $300 prize pool courtesy of Facanis. Diaz ran away with game 1. Was able to survive a comeback attempt from Rw9 in the mid game. And then it was Diaz making the comeback in game 2. Really putting Rw9 under a ton of pressure here. I mean, Rw9 will know what it's like to have to play against someone like Diaz. But I think it is a bit different. Oh my goodness, that is disgusting. Diaz with the... Again, that same setup. Air dribbling back towards the center circle. Multiple resets to get the ball back on target. This time with a ground pinch nearly top corner perfectly. I was going to mention that I think the main differences between Diaz and a player like Naupo, because Naupo's probably the guy who closely matches up to Diaz stylistically in the Middle Eastern region. Maybe Atto is another one. Oh, nice fake, Rw9. Sends Diaz to the shops. Puts himself up by 2 again. But yeah, I reckon the biggest difference between Naupo, Atto, those kind of players, and Diaz is that Diaz is a bit more methodical. He's a bit more calculated with every move. Oh, look at that shot by Rw9. That is sneaky. Diaz did not think Rw9 was going to be hitting the ball in that direction. Looked like he's going to take it to the sidewall with him. This time it's a self pass off that same sidewall. These are little tricks by Rw9. He's playing extremely directly in offense right now. That's twice in a row he's just gone directly for the goal. Trying to confuse Diaz a little bit. Now the reset. Double! Oh, Rw9! With a scorching goal to go up 5-2. Diaz-esque full pitch air dribble off his own backboard. That reset was rapid as well. Launching the ball into the crossbar. Diaz has to make another comeback. He did it in the last game. Extra urgency. Additional pace perhaps in offense from Rw9 in this game. And look at Diaz in comparison. That calculated approach again. He's every bit as mechanical as the other top tier 1s players in the world right now. But he takes his time, he builds his attack slowly, he waits for his opponents to commit, and then he puts the ball past them. Compared to players like Naupo, Dark in his prime, Atto, these players force the issue. They don't wait for the opening, they force the opening. They just go through gaps which don't even look like they exist yet. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but for me when I watch Diaz play, that's the difference. And that might be what's throwing Rw9 a little bit for a loop right now. Oh, what a shot. Diaz again. Way past Rw9. Too much on this occasion. What channel did I say for the questions for Chicago? That'll be for the Next Rank members in the Next Rank Discord. So if you have bought the course, you can head to the Discord and drop a question in the Ask a Question chat. Oh, Rw9 will be a bit annoyed about conceding there. Had a boost advantage, he had possession, or at least contested possession. Bit careless with the angle he approached to 50-50 the ball in his own back corner. Now where's Diaz here? Rw9 decides to just shoot the ball slowly and awkwardly at that near post. Didn't want to give it too much pace. That would actually help Diaz get out of defense. Rw9 is trying very much to keep Diaz in a low boost position. There's a steal at midfield. Buys Rw9 the space that he needs as Diaz retreats to his own back corner. Now Rw9 with the ground to air dribble. Resets early on the ball, so he can get going on target. Oh, it looks like Diaz might have just drifted away from the goal again, or lagged. Yeah, he might just be lagging. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He just drove to the side of the goal. Was going to be a tough one to save anyway. If he's lagging on this kickoff, then I'll pause. Okay, it looks like he's fine. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, giving back a kickoff goal is more commonplace, but I kind of agree with Roas for not giving back that goal, because he probably thought that he's scoring there no matter what Diaz does. That was a great opportunity that he built for himself. Enough charity for one game, perhaps, as Diaz has to work for the comeback even harder. Gets one. 13 seconds left. Diaz is a kickoff possession away from a tie game opportunity. Smells Breeze, thanks for the 98-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Looks like Roas is going to have the advantage in the closing few seconds. He's got Diaz in a horrible position here. Demos him as Diaz tries to flip onto the wall to avoid it, and that confirms the win. Roas is on the board. No sweep today in the best of 7. Proverb, thanks to the 14-month tier 1. Snowsbury says, is something wrong with the monthly anniversary? I've been able to share my 98th month 3 times this month. I don't know what's wrong with that. That sometimes happens to me as well. I'm able to share it multiple times. But hey, congrats. Am I going to tell them there's money in the line? Yeah, I've let them both know. In DMs. The players are aware. Schmetter, thanks to the Prime. Welcome to the channel. Roas on the board. Not only in the series, but also in Game 2. A reminder again for all of you tuning in partway through this show match that RLCS MENA 1v1 starts tomorrow. It's team streams day. Well, I say team streams, probably more individual streams tomorrow. It's going to be starting with an absolute banger though. I don't know if any of you can tell me, but I'm hoping that Falcons are going to be streaming their first round match. They've got Roas against TRK, round 1, which is absurd. And also in that little quadrant, Kalir's against Nush. It's so stacked. And I should have a video coming out on my YouTube channel tonight explaining to you all the times, start times, matchups, everything like that to look out for. Everything you need to know about MENA and also North America 1v1, which will be starting the following day. The Master Blaster, thanks to the 5-month Prime. For me, Diaz still looks like the guy who has an easier time scoring in this matchup. Not that it's easy by any stretch of the imagination, but he does look like he's got Roas uncomfortable still. The main reason Roas has been able to come back and get a game in this series, I'd say, is his offense predominantly. The defense is still not quite there for Roas. No one this year has really ever been able to figure out how to defend effectively against Diaz. Roas is still in the hunt for a method. That was some pre-jump shadowing by Roas. Now small pad pathing as he tries to get back in time to stop the next aerial attack. Impossible. Diaz with the reset lob. I mean, what do you do against that? It looks like he's going low. You can see Roas is diving down, expecting a low 50 maybe, expecting a mind game, or just a direct shot towards the middle of the goal. Nope, it's a lob. Diaz has got it up in the air. Of course. Why not? So Roas slightly mistiming his arrival there. That could have been a free demo if he was just a tiny bit slower going back into the corner. Yeah, it seems like he's found one consistent method of, at least not, maybe not stopping, but challenging Diaz. And it's ceiling shadowing, pre-jump shadowing, basically shadowing in the air. Seems to be what Roas is deviating towards right now. Whenever he lunges in, Diaz puts it past him. Well, let's look out, see if we can spot any more ceiling shadowing by Roas. There's some more reactive defending at him. So he set the tone early with the aggression, with the face-on challenges. You don't think it's streamed? Wikipedia no link deposited? Do you think TRK will invite someone? I don't think Wikipedia is going to have the stream links too early. Yeah, surely somebody's going to be broadcasting that match. Rw9 TRK and RLCS main event, that has to be streamed. I'll be live view partying whoever's streaming it for sure. So half a game to go. Diaz ahead in a very close, low-scoring affair. Diaz again with space off the kickoff. Rw9 lunges forward. It's in a confident challenge. Thought maybe about going for a demo on the back wall there. Instead played the ball, and now pivot maneuvers Diaz to try and set up his third goal of the game. Rw9 sealing away multiple big boosts in the back corner. Once more looking for the infield angle. That'll set up the boost seal. Got to look out for the demo. He does get caught. Diaz flashed into the side of the screen with definitely enough time for Rw9 to react to. I think he was so much in the offensive mindset though, looking for a goal, he forgot that he was vulnerable. Diaz scores again, this time the mind game. It's so hard to stop. That's just respect. Rw9 has so much respect for Diaz's ability to accelerate that volley. Start of 2025, end of 2024, flavor of the month shot. Little wave dash shot off the dome of the car. It's a great center by Rw9 with the wave dash recovery. Boost seal comes through. It's a very nice position for him. Air dribble denied though. That sets up a counter for Diaz. He gets caught. Rw9 to the air. This time high to the backboard and doubles it in. That's an awesome adjustment by Rw9. He really made it look like he's going to flip reset there. The angle of the car, the fact that he stopped boosting briefly, all pointing towards a flip reset coming. Diaz certainly thought so with his angle he tried to challenge with. So important not just for Rw9 to get the ball past Diaz there, but his car as well. Oh, Rw9 accidentally flips. Diaz, open net. What a challenge. Sneaky play in defense. Reverse challenge. Crushes Rw9, who kind of panicked in the aftermath, trying to wave dash. Just ended up flipping. Took even longer to get back. Now Diaz is the one who's maybe flipped when he shouldn't have. Rw9 parks underneath him. It's one of the most important things when somebody's underneath you in the game of Rocket League is not to panic, just to chill out. Don't flip, don't start driving, steering. So you will just fall off and have even less control. Oh, Diaz has completely beamed it. Rw9 didn't want to flip into that in case Diaz got a touch. It might look like Rw9 is trolling here, but right here, the reason Rw9 doesn't flip into that ball, he probably knew that he's hitting the crossbar by chipping it, but he didn't want to flip because if Diaz barely nicked it, there was a chance that the ball would not go in and Rw9 would be too far forward to rebound. By just simply driving, he knows he's hitting the bar, and he knows he can follow up with a quick recovery. Oh my goodness. Diaz, ceiling pinch to the backboard. Rw9 unable to make contact. There's that ceiling shadowing again, but look how fast Diaz is able to attack. Even when Rw9 finds something that seems effective, Diaz switches up offensively, shows off more of his arsenal. He is looking dominant in the matchup so far. Rw9 has had to work so hard just to get a game. Diaz is in full control once again, 25 seconds left. He's got the ball on his backboard, which may as well be a tap-in when you're Diaz. He's wasting all the remaining time. Rw9 is the one who's forced to commit here. Diaz smartly making the clock his ally. And he's going to be on triple match point momentarily. Rw9 is looking for any kind of way that he can create a scoring chance. Diaz doesn't give him one. Game 4 to the Brazilian. And if anyone was thinking that the MENA player is going to pull up to the major and dominate, maybe this match will change your mind. Rw9, one of the clear top 2 contenders for MENA 1v1. Really struggling here against the Americas #1. All right, game 5. Thanks, Johnny. Question submitted. Chip RL. We'll try and get that one in. If there's a lot of similar questions for Chicago later, we will try and focus on those ones. Or, you know, similar topics. We'll try and find the common themes and cover as much as we can. Oh, look at this from Rw9. He's going old school vibes. The Rw9 decal. Really clean decal in the Fennec. Let's see if it works out for him. Needs 3 in a row. Diaz, once again, is making life difficult for him defensively. Diaz Brazilian, but he uses Messi. Yeah, he does use the Argentina banner, doesn't he? So definitely a just all-around South American enjoyer. Not fully focused on Brazil. Oh yeah, sorry, update the overlay. I do have to do that. My bad. There we go. Let me update the high production overlay for you guys. There we go. Now what can Rw9 do from here? He's been very focused on boost steals in the matchup. The one thing I would like to see from Rw9 is a bit more physicality in the aerial game. He's gone for plenty bumps in the back corner. He's gone for bumps on the back wall, demos. Not too much physicality with the aerial game though. Something that I don't think is the best avenue of attack for Diaz, but I do think Rw9 would benefit greatly from it. That's a good dodge. Rw9 ties the game, just, what is that, 83 seconds into it. But nothing too crazy, just a late dodge. Paul MB6, thanks for the 10-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Right here, the demo's open. That's why Diaz goes across the pitch. Lateral movement to avoid the ground demo by Rw9. Oh, great save by Rw9. Diaz does not allow him to re-enter the play uncontested though. Now Rw9 has to be so careful. There's a smart play by Diaz. That's something you can try at home. Drive challenges in your opponent's back corner. Here he does it again. He's not flipping into the ball in these exchanges because he wants to create some volatility. Rw9 has no momentum there. Diaz has momentum. So if he could just drive into the ball, avoid flipping, just drive straight through it, the ball's going to go somewhere. It's not going to stay where it is. It's definitely going to go a fair distance a lot of the time. Because you're moving supersonic speed, you've got a good chance of getting there before your opponent who's not moving. Do you have any speculation as to why NRG didn't sign up for the ones? I mean, they probably just didn't want to lose or didn't think they could win. One of those two. Wanted a break. Wanted to focus on threes. All of the above. Something like that. With Diaz playing, it's just so hard. I mean, Diaz is really strong in ones right now. So yeah, it's hard to match up against him. Wait, did none of them play? I thought Beast Mode would play it. I'm not surprised Daniel didn't. See, he looked a bit rusty in Salt Mine. I don't think he enjoys practicing 1v1 or like at least ranked and stuff like that. So not too surprised. Oh, Beast Mode DQ, right? I thought Beast Mode would play it. Atomic, I wasn't sure. Yeah, the Daniel omission is definitely the biggest what if. Like Daniel in NA and also I guess Zen in Europe. Or maybe if not Zen, definitely Vatira in Europe. These guys could have gone far. Right, Rw9 looking to slot another open net, misses this one. Just clunks the post directly. Diaz didn't get a piece of that actually, just out of blue trail. I think Vati also DQ'd, didn't he? Strong defensive stand by Diaz again, just being awkward in the way. So he keeps Rw9 to just 1 goal in a minute 25. We said it was going to be Rw9 defense. We all thought it was going to be Rw9 defense against Diaz offense. Diaz defense is underrated. Can he make it 4? This will feel like a huge lead in a close game like this one. A low scoring game like this one. Air roll shot for Rw9 is good enough. That's an excellent shot. Oh, yeah, Vatira did play. Yeah, that's right. So Vatira DQ'd one match, and that put him into a group of death, didn't it? Or it put him into a bracket of death because he forgot to check in round 1. That's right. He lost a Trebla. But yeah, Zen didn't play. Yeah, Daniel Zen are definitely the top players who decided not to play RLCS ones. Neither of them would have been favorites though, so you know the guys who were favorites to win did all play. Your Moxies, Drallies, Nas, Rw9, Naupo, Diaz. You know, these guys all did play. Right, 3-3, Rw9 bangs in an equalizer from distance. He might be trying to demo Diaz here. He's building up some speed late. Oh, takes the ball back instead. That just gets up Diaz nicely for the ground to air dribble. Super efficient here with the boost as well. And he puts it past Rw9 for 4-3. And Rw9's choice to hit the ball back into the midfield. Maybe one that he regrets. That did not end up in a good position for him. And Rw9 with the kickoff. Win and kickoff goal. Ties the game once again. Still fighting for his life out here as he tries to claw his way back into the series. And he does get another kickoff goal as well. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I didn't look at what Rw9 did in the previous one. He's obliterated Diaz with a hook kickoff here. Let me go for it again. What a way to get the lead back. This time he pushes it. So Rw9 switches strategy and he nearly scores another one. I didn't look at the first kickoff goal like I said, but he hooked the second one there, pushed the third. That's something you've got to do when you're winning kickoffs at this level. Don't just keep on repeating. Sometimes the guy who wins it has to switch as well. Diaz, ground play, not the best flick. Rw9 saves it easily towards the back corner, swats it down the line, and that's going to be a game for Rw9. Bit of a stinger for Diaz there. He won't be happy with that one. 2 kickoff goals consecutively at the end for Rw9 to get the win. Much needed for Rw9 though. Forzik, thanks to 200 bits, says Johnny, I'm a member of the course. Put my question in the channel around 3 PM. I know you can't take every question. Just wanted to let you know. Really appreciate it. Maybe you can remind my name when filtering questions. Yeah, don't worry. We'll look through all of them. Try to group them all together and let Chicago have them. Yeah, I'll be doing that right after this stream, so don't you worry. I'll be looking at them all. Brendan Din, thanks for the Prime. Welcome to the channel to you as well. Game 6. Entering into close series territory. I mean, this is where you can pretty much say that it was a close series when you get to game 6 in a best of 7. It feels like 4-0s, 4-1s are the one-sided series, and then 4-2, 4-3, that's your close series. So we have made it into that category at least. But Diaz has certainly had the edge. He has won a couple games. Well, actually, he won game 1 pretty comfortably. The other games have all been quite close. But for me, it feels like midfield, an overall series kind of flow. Diaz is looking the most in control. Oh, Rw9 has accidentally saved his own shot. That's so unlucky. There's nothing he could have done about that, really. It was nearly a perfect reset. But in an attempt to double it, he's actually knocked it clear. Crazy save when you think about it, to get that touch. Now there's that world-class defense by Rw9 again. Just playing survival mode, doing what he does better than anyone else. That's surviving with low boosts in defense. Dodging demos left and right. But Diaz still has an advantage in the position. So hard to dispossess this guy. Key there for Rw9, landed on the back wall instead of in his own net, allows him to get back into the play a little bit faster. Look at that, no accident on that power slide. Rw9 sliding up the wall to get a slightly better angle. Diaz challenging so early and so effectively though. Pushes Rw9 back once again. Rw9 bails on the off the wall air dribble. Baits in a challenge from Diaz. Now who's first to the ball? Diaz gonna get there. Rw9 double jumping actually. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Probably was. Just trying to make Diaz think he's gonna go. Don't know why Rw9 keeps changing his decal. Probably not too happy with how he feels, I suppose. Just wants to get a different look every game. See if he can get into the flow state. A lot of ceiling shadowing still. proven to be a large part of success for Rw9 defensively in this matchup. He's doing such a good job in this game to keep Diaz to just one goal. It's been all Diaz with possession territory and opportunities to score. Big time boost race win for Rw9, though. Sets up the counter down the middle, which he will get to tie the game 1-0. That was about as close as you're going to get, though. A fraction of a second later to that boost pad, Diaz takes it. But since Rw9 got there first, not only did he get the boost, he also tripped Diaz, preventing Diaz from getting back to his own net. Look at the pressure Diaz is able to put on Rw9 again. Taking the ball off of him so far upfield. Reset, crossbar down. Diaz up 2-1. And Rw9 is just stuck in defense in this game. He cannot get out. Diaz putting up a masterclass of pressuring your opponent. And he's not really gone all in to do it. He's been behind the ball the whole time. He's had boost the whole time. No more so than that play right there. Clinical challenge by Rw9. Oh, what a turn. 2-2. Well, that is a fantastic play. Rw9 50'd that masterfully, took it off Diaz's head, saved his flip to get back to the ball a little bit faster. 2-2. Diaz looking to make it 3 with the kickoff goal, and he does. A little bit of revenge for how Game 5 ended. Diaz wins it to that right wall. Will he go for the same wall again here? Looks like he's switching, gonna go to the left. Sometimes there's two different ways you can think about it. You can either think about it as going inside, outside, goal side, or outside edge of the ball. Or you can just think about right wall, left wall. Some players prefer to do that. Something you could try in your own games. If you want to practice mixing up your kickoffs, the easiest way to do that is just hit it in the different direction. Diaz, once again, in front, and looks to stay in control of the series. 2 goals in it. Diaz pushes the kickoff out wide. Rw9 struggling for boost in this play. He's centered the ball. Diaz can turn and score this. Mistake by Rw9. Thought Diaz was going to be trying to play this immediately. Tried to challenge him. Diaz just lets Rw9 hit it, understanding there's really no threat in the position. Turns and scores. Rw9 desperately needs to get control of the ball, but if last game was Rw9 late on in the kickoff battle, this game's been Diaz the entire time. He is dominating here, even as time to reverse back onto the boost. Rw9 just trying to survive. He's got 12 boost. And he knows, as well as all of you guys watching, maybe even better, he is Rw9 after all. He knows he's going to need to be clinical here. He's going to need to stop this attack, or it's going to be Diaz, who looks like he's taking the series 6-2. You can't get near him. You jump, you're in trouble. You don't. He's got so much boost left over, you're still going to be in trouble. Never all in, never out of position. Diaz, just a unique specimen of the Rocket League 1 scene. This is really last chance for Rw9 as he tries to accelerate the play down the middle of the pitch. Has to score, and he can't. Might be able to get this on target if he turns around quickly. Oh, the boost hasn't spawned for him. Diaz took it when he respawned from the demo. Rw9 didn't notice. And that surely will be game. Rw9 knows it's still playable. I think he's playing this one out with more hope than anything else. Wall shot on target and in. Rw9 keeps his chances alive here. He needs every kickoff to go his way, but that is a phenomenal shot to keep this playable. Straight spawn kickoff, tough one to do anything with. Diaz, solid as ever. I would have liked to see a delay there from Rw9 perhaps to try and get some kind of chaos going. Has to score once again. Every single attack, Rw9 has to put in the back of the net, and he fakes it out. It's taken too long. Diaz will win it. 4-2. The top player in the Americas trying to make a name for himself as the top player in the world of 1v1. And that is one step on his way to doing it. GG's. Diaz takes the match, takes the prize pool. And good luck to him in North American RLCS. Can we get an output versus Diaz? We can maybe set that up. Not right now though, I've got to go record with Chicago and Jack. We're going to be doing a recording. If you guys are unsure of what well, it's sort of like it's not like really a podcast, but we did one video with LBP, coach of Chiefs, myself, and apparently Jack did a video with him where we did an extended interview with LBP on the Next Rank YouTube channel. It was really insightful about mentality and Rocket League mentality in gaming. I'd encourage you guys to check it out. We're about to do a similar kind of vibe of video with Chicago, talking about his career and how he got good at the game, how he stayed good at the game for so long. Game 6. Entering into close series territory. I mean, this is where you can pretty much say that it was a close series when you get to Game 6 in a best of 7. It feels like 4-0s, 4-1s are the one-sided series, and then 4-2, 4-3, that's your close series. So we have made it into that category at least. But Diaz has certainly had the edge. He has won a couple games. Well, actually, he won game 1 pretty comfortably. The other games have all been quite close. But for me, it feels like midfield, an overall series kind of flow. Diaz is looking the most in control. Oh, Rw9 has accidentally saved his own shot. That's so unlucky. There's nothing he could have done about that, really. It was nearly a perfect reset. But in an attempt to double it, he's actually knocked it clear. Crazy save when you think about it, to get that touch. Now there's that world-class defense by Rw9 again. Just playing survival mode, doing what he does better than anyone else. That's surviving with low boosts in defense. Dodging demos left and right. But Diaz still has an advantage in the position. So hard to dispossess this guy. Key there for Rw9, landed on the back wall instead of in his own net, allows him to get back into the play a little bit faster. Look at that, no accident on that power slide. Rw9 sliding up the wall to get a slightly better angle. Diaz challenging so early and so effectively though. Pushes Rw9 back once again. Rw9 bails on the off the wall air dribble, baits in a challenge from Diaz. Now who's first to the ball? Diaz gonna get there. Rw9 double jumping actually. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Probably was. Just trying to make Diaz think he's going to go. Don't know why Rw9 keeps changing his decal. Probably not too happy with how he feels, I suppose. Just wants to get a different look every game. See if he can get into the flow state. A lot of ceiling shadowing still. Proven to be a large part of success for Rw9 defensively in this matchup. He's doing such a good job in this game to keep Diaz to just one goal. It's been all Diaz, with possession territory and opportunities to score. Big time boost race win for Rw9 though. Sets up the counter down the middle, which he will get to tie the game 1-0. That was about as close as you're going to get though. A fraction of a second later to that boost pad. Diaz takes it. But since Rw9 got there first, not only did he get the boost, he also tripped Diaz, preventing Diaz from getting back to his own net. Look at the pressure Diaz is able to put on Rw9 again. Taking the ball off of him so far upfield. Reset, crossbar down. Diaz up 2-1. And Rw9 is just stuck in defense in this game. He cannot get out. Diaz putting up a masterclass of pressuring your opponent. He's not really gone all in to do it. He's been behind the ball the whole time. He's had boost the whole time. No more so than that play right there. Clinical challenge by Rw9. Oh, what a turn. 2-2. But that is a fantastic play. Rw9 50'd that masterfully, took it off Diaz's head, saved his flip to get back to the ball a little bit faster. 2-2. Diaz looking to make it 3 with the kickoff goal. And he does. A little bit of revenge for how Game 5 ended. Diaz wins it to that right wall. Will he go for the same wall again here? Looks like he's switching. Going to go to the left. Sometimes there's 2 different ways you can think about it. You can either think about it as going inside, outside, goal side, or outside edge of the ball. Or you can just think about right wall, left wall. Some players prefer to do that. Something you could try in your own games. If you want to practice mixing up your kickoffs, the easiest way to do that is just hit it in the different direction. Diaz, once again, in front, and looks to stay in control of the series. 2 goals in it. Diaz pushes the kickoff out wide. Rw9 struggling for boost in this play. He's centered the ball. Diaz can turn and score this. Mistake by Rw9. Thought Diaz was going to be trying to play this immediately. Tried to challenge him. Diaz just lets Rw9 hit it, understanding there's really no threat in the position. Turns and scores. Rw9 desperately needs to get control of the ball, but if last game was Rw9 late on in the kickoff battle, this game's been Diaz the entire time. He is dominating here, even as time to reverse back onto the boost. Rw9 just trying to survive. He's got 12 boost. And he knows, as well as all of you guys watching, maybe even better, he is Rw9 after all. He knows he's going to need to be clinical here. He's going to need to stop this attack, or it's going to be Diaz, who looks like he's taking the series 6-2. You can't get near him. You jump, you're in trouble. You don't. He's got so much boost left over, you're still going to be in trouble. Never all in, never out of position. Diaz, just a unique specimen of the Rocket League 1 scene. This is really last chance for Rw9 as he tries to accelerate the play down the middle of the pitch. Has to score, and he can't. Might be able to get this on target if he turns around quickly. Oh, the boost hasn't spawned for him. Diaz took it when he respawned from the demo. Rw9 didn't notice. And that surely will be game. Rw9 knows it's still playable. I think he's playing this one out with more hope than anything else. Wall shot on target and in. Rw9 keeps his chances alive here. He needs every kickoff to go his way, but that is a phenomenal shot to keep this playable. Straight spawn kickoff, tough one to do anything with. Diaz, solid as ever. I would have liked to see a delay there from Rw9 perhaps to try and get some kind of chaos going. Has to score once again. Every single attack, Rw9 has to put in the back of the net. And he fakes it out. It's taking too long. Diaz will win it. 4-2. The top player in the Americas trying to make a name for himself as the top player in the world of 1v1. And that is one step on his way to doing it. GG's. Diaz takes the match, takes the prize pool. And good luck to him in North American RLCS. Can we get Naupo versus Diaz? We can maybe set that up. Not right now though, I've got to go record with Chicago and Jack. We're going to be doing a recording.